Tonight on DC News Now, we're tracking the bitter cold and also some snow showers for your Friday. Details and timing coming up.
Quiet individual. You'll see him daily, walks his dogs mornings, afternoons, evening.
A Northern Virginia man arrested for planting pipe bombs on the eve of the January 6th attack. The FBI spending hours at his Woodbridge home. We're live with what neighbors are saying about the suspect.
Rescued while dangling hundreds of feet in the air. A scary incident in Fairfax County.
Some jeans, some jackets. We also got a tea set.
Some elves putting energy into making it a brighter holiday season for local kids. The volunteers over at Petco turning the headquarters into Santa's workshop.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 10 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Let's take a live look right now at our future cast so we can look out ahead and see what we are going to be faced with. As well as Rosslyn, Virginia, you can see plenty of the streaks of blue in our future. The temperatures are set to dip well into the 20s.
All right, kind of a double whammy for a lot of us there. Let's check in for the timing of this snow and cold weather. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer.
Yeah, well, Chris and Susan, out there right now, we're still looking at those dry conditions, but just down towards our south and west, watching as that batch of snow starts to lift in. However, the leading edge of that snow is right into south and westernmost parts of Virginia right now. Anywhere north and east of there that you're seeing popping up on the map right now, that's not reaching the surface just yet. We still have a lot of dry air in place, so that is evaporating before reaching the surface. So like I mentioned, the leading edge into far southernmost parts, south and westernmost parts of Virginia, and that will continue to spread its way into our area. We do have those winter weather advisories. Those go into effect early tomorrow morning and hold till 4 p.m. into the afternoon, and that's from Loudoun County, Montgomery County, areas south of there, and that includes the DC metro area, even up towards the Baltimore metro area too. Current temperatures out there for your Thursday night, middle 30s in DC, upper 20s to right about 30 degrees farther off towards the north and west, and noticing the wind chills much colder than that. We're already feeling like we're into those 20s for much of the area, and overnight tonight, mid upper teens to the north and west, low to mid 20s for areas farther south. So any of that snow that does start to fall will stick just because of how cold those temperatures are, and we're likely seeing the onset of those snow showers building in between 3 to 4 a.m. farther south and west, closer towards 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning, closer towards DC. But I'll have more details how much snow you can expect coming up.
All right, Jackie, and the crews are already out there. The district snow team taking care of the roads. They're heading out, and they have been there treating the streets. It started at 7 tonight with the brine on the roads, and they say they're going to be putting down the salt on major roads starting at midnight. Let's get a live look at the snow plow tracker, where you can see all of the areas the trucks and plows have been through in the district. The streets in green, that is showing where crews have been in the last 4 hours, and you can see plenty of green. They've been working hard. The ones in blue, that means they've been treated within the last 4 to 12 hours. And the yellow indicates the areas where plows have been treated and traveled within 24 hours.
Maryland DOT also preparing. This is their Operation Response map. It shows road conditions and where their winter response vehicles are all around the state. You can see 12 of them out right now. These vehicles include snowplows, salt spreaders, and spray trucks. And several DMV school systems announcing closures and delays tomorrow. Spotsylvania and Stafford County schools closed. Culpeper, Fauquier, Prince George's County, and Loudoun County schools, they will all be on 2-hour delays. You can find the complete list of closures and delays right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just hover over the weather tab and click closings and delays.
Developing now, we are learning more about the Northern Virginia man accused of making deadly pipe bombs and planting them outside of the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters. This was back in 2021.
The FBI seen collecting evidence at Brian Cole Jr.'s home in Woodbridge throughout the day today. That is where we find DC News Now's Mariel Carbone joining us live. And Mariel, you've learned a lot of new information about the suspect.
Yeah, Chris and Susan, we know that Cole is 30 years old. He lives here on Manor House Court with his family. He works as a bail bondsman, and he graduated from a local high school here back in 2013. Now, we spoke to a lot of neighbors in this area off camera today who say this news is just shocking. One of them even telling us it's terrifying to know she could potentially be living next door to a terrorist. Along this cul-de-sac in Woodbridge, officers collecting bags and boxes of evidence Thursday, looking to connect 30-year-old Brian Cole Jr. to an attempted attack on the Democratic and Republican national headquarters in 2021.
Quiet individual. You'll see him daily, walks his dogs mornings, afternoons.
Fortunately, these bombs did not explode, but make no mistake, the alleged pipe bomber did terrorize our community.
Police say the suspect placed a pipe bomb outside both locations around 8 p.m. on January 5th. They were discovered the following afternoon. At the time, the FBI releasing this surveillance photo and videos of the suspect.
This case involved millions of pieces of data.
According to an affidavit, cell phone data and multiple license plate readers placed Cole in Capitol Hill on the evening of January 5th, 2021. And credit card records show Cole purchased various materials needed to make pipe bombs in 2019 and 2020.
The FBI had to go through the sale of every one of them to try to find commonality with an individual, along with the purchase of the pipe itself, the cap ends, the wires, the steel.
At this point, officials have not released a motive or stated if it was connected to the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. Neighbors still in shock.
Honestly, you would never think it would have happened from here, and you would have said it was an individual that I think they think is a suspect. I would have never thought, out of all our neighbors, that he could be a suspect.
And I did reach out to Cole's family. No response from them just yet. Chris and Susan, according to the affidavit, Cole is also accused of continuing to purchase material to make pipe bombs beyond that January 5th date. Reporting live in Woodbridge, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, a lot of information there, Marielle. Thank you. In a statement, the Republican National Committee, writing in part the RNC, is very encouraged by reports that an arrest has been made. And the Democratic National Committee also sharing those responsible for this horrific act must be brought to justice, and political violence should never be accepted in America.
Now, developing tonight at 10 o'clock, a 5-car crash in Prince George's County. This happened on 95 near Laurel. You can see the map here. Traffic, we're told, still at a crawl there. The southbound lanes have been closed now for hours. A live look right now. This is on the left side. The southbound is on the left side. You can see they're just inching along there right now, but it was traffic was shut down and backed up for hours today. At one point backing up all the way to Patuxent Freeway. Fire crews saying multiple people were rescued from their cars. One person even rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Another person with serious but not life-threatening injuries. This is a developing story. I'll bring the latest both on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
Oh, it's been hours now. All right, let's turn to our developing news, also out of Maryland, where the search continues for a suspect in Prince George's County's shooting.
It hurt a boy at the Southern Ave Metro Station in Hillcrest Heights. Police say it happened around 3:45 this afternoon. We're told that boy is expected to be okay. So far, no arrests have been made, and they say there is no impact to bus or train service. We have new details and arrests in the deadly shooting inside MGM National Harbor. Investigators calling this a targeted attack.
It happened in the food court, and this was right during the very busy lunch hour yesterday. DC News Now's Tim Reed has much more on the safety changes that families in the region are hoping to see.
Many here in Oxon Hill are talking about Wednesday's deadly shooting that happened here at MGM National Harbor. I spoke to several families who were fed up with crime in this part of Prince George's County and want something done to improve safety.
The MGM is basically one of my spots, so I don't want to be in harm's way going to hang out and have some fun at the casino.
Yvette Key and her family say they enjoy going to the casino often, but they don't enjoy taking gambles on their safety. They want changes made to improve security.
Sometimes I'm at the casino, and when I am there, basically a fight can break out in a minute at night. I've seen several of them. But so the security needs to be a little bit thicker in the casino, especially after hours.
Shooting suspect, 22-year-old Benjamin Williams, is facing murder charges after he allegedly walked up to the victim, 23-year-old Darnell Hawkins, inside the food court Wednesday, where police say he opened fire, killing Hawkins.
The victim was just standing there ordering his food. The suspect emerged and immediately approached and began shooting at the victim.
One life lost is too many, And so today we mourn the death of a young 23-year-old.
Chief Nader says surveillance video in the building was vital in tracking down the suspect. As a result of this incident, many are hoping violence will end.
It's really sad that, people have to resort to killing and to, just violence.
I feel MGM is a secure place.
The motive is still unclear, but police tell us the men knew each other. In Oxon Hill, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
Developing now in the district, some really wet images that we're seeing as the crews here are working to dry out Woodley Park's metro station. It was recently flooded earlier, forcing it to close. WMATA says trains are bypassing the station. The delays have continued. The metro bus route D70, though, can take you between Woodley Park, Cleveland Park, and DuPont Circle. There's also the scary scene in Northern Virginia earlier this morning when two window washers were left just dangling from the high rise. One side of their platform came loose, as you can see. Firefighters rushing to rescue the two in Tysons. They were trapped and hanging from that Intelsat building. They were wearing their security harnesses, but still, it's so unsettling to be stuck around the 15th floor of this 22-story complex. Firefighters using a tower ladder to get both men to safety.
Boy, nerve-wracking just looking at that video,
yes,
right?
Yes, it's making me wheezy, right.
All right, Santa has some extra elves in the district. Pepco's headquarters turned into the North Pole ahead of the holidays.
The employees are working to power up some big old smiles for children all across the region. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons shows us how the energy company is supporting the Salvation Army's Angel Tree mission.
I am packing for Cookie. She is 6 years old. Some jeans, some jackets. We also got a tea set.
Santa's helpers are right here packing gifts for 100 little girls and little boys.
Honestly, I love giving back during the holiday season. I love the spirit of giving.
These Pepco elves are supporting the Salvation Army Angel Tree program by preparing these toys and necessities for children across the district and Montgomery and Prince George's counties in Maryland, who otherwise might not have a gift waiting for them under the tree.
We're just honored to be here, and it's really a part of our role in the community and how we have an impact across, not just through the electricity we provide, but obviously through the impact we have on our community.
This Pepco lineman even traded his utility boots for ones worthy of St. Nick.
Oh, I got all these elves in here putting all these toys together, getting all this stuff together for all these young kids.
The gifts loaded onto a truck headed for the Salvation Army, on its way to make sure each child unwraps a present come Christmas Day.
Just be good, because I'm watching. I got a naughty list, but everybody's pretty much on the good list.
That's good to know. Everybody there on the good list.
Yes, so we weren't there, so that means we still don't know. We still have to
we got to
behave.
sweat it out a little bit.
That was our Liberty Simmons reporting. If you'd like to donate a toy or a gift to a child, you can do it online through the Salvation Army's Forgotten Angels program.
Such a great program there. And tonight at the White House, a national Christmas tree lighting at the Ellipse.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The President and First Lady gathering with hundreds of people to flip the switch. This year's tree, it's a beauty. 25-foot red spruce from the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest in Virginia. This tradition started way back in 1923 with President Calvin Coolidge. You can check out the tree along with a collection of 58 others representing each state and territory starting Saturday. So a lot of fun out there. Very cold, though.
Yeah, look at that. So what I noticed, of course, is the First Lady, the President, all bundled up.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone in the audience was as well, because it was so cold.
I know. Thankfully, it was tonight and, not tomorrow night, because it's going to be even colder out there tomorrow.
Okay.
We're also tracking some snow showers, too.